Yo, 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 yo. What up? What up? What up? How is everybody doing today? What up, Mal? Let me turn this music down. Is this music too loud for you guys? Is it super loud, Mal? I can't tell right now. Are we good? Sorry, one sec. I think we're all good. Just making sure that things are right in the right places. It's been a minute. Maybe a tiny bit loud. Okay, let me turn it down. How about now? That better? Good Naruk, my guy. What up? Warfinger, how we doing, dude? I'm feeling much better, man. Family's all better. We're all recovered, thank God. It was looking rough for a minute there. It's crazy with kids, dude. It's like usually the kids are the ones getting me sick. This time I returned the favor. It's just like a constant cycle, though. How you guys been? How's everybody doing? Glad to hear you're all covered. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Also, I have tasked my wife with coming up with redeems because I could not figure that shit out, bro. So, Mrs. Godson is going to be hooking us up with some redeems pretty soon here. Hopefully, some more fun, twitchy stuff because I suck, clearly, after like a year and a half and not being able to figure this shit out. Nothing much. Lost job yesterday, bro. What? Interviews for tomorrow. Cool. I'm so sorry to hear that, bro. But I'm really happy to hear that you bounced back that quickly. Good luck. Godspeed. It's a rough place to be. My wife was laid off a little over a year ago too. She's been doing everything she can to get a job, and it's just tough, man. Yeah, very sorry to hear that, bro. Let me know if I can help in any way. I don't know how about recommendations, whatever. It's the second set of eyes on your resume, whatever I can do, man. Here to help. I'm waiting for a few more people to join because we got a fun little announcement today. Fun little announcement today. I don't think Nika's gonna be able to make it. Yeah, he's prepping for his bachelor thesis, so GG's, good luck, Niku, with that. Hope it all goes well when you catch us on the VOD. Let's do some typing tests. Let's do the typing test while we're waiting, right? Okay, we got our Lumen. Man, I'm juiced for this build. I've been loving the shit out of this board. So let me start there. Let me start there for everybody that hasn't been paying attention to the chat. So I've had this guy a weekish now, more than a week now, and I've been pretty much using it exclusively, and I absolutely adore this thing. Like a major shout out to Atkins, to Niku, to Logo for the design. It's a great board. Very, very nice board. Very nice sound to it. I'm still shook that it's a hot swap PCB and it sounds this good. Really excited to hear how it does with tactiles, though I expect greatness at this point. So let's do a quick typey test. These college kids banging out. Sorry, I missed that. My fault. These college kids cranking out banger boards. No, for real, dude. For real. Great time to be in the hobby, I would say. There's just so much creativity. What is going on with this? Come on. You want to chill over here, bro? There we go. Okay. All right, we'll do this is GAT Raws on aluminum in O-ring with a 70A O-ring. No, I lied. 55A O-ring. damn, that was hella short. My fault. Let's do a little bit of a longer one. There we go. Yeah, dude. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I still can't believe it's hot swap. Maybe it's the board design. I don't know, man. Every time I've used the hot swap PCB, it's always sounded thinner. It could be the combination of the switches too. So we'll see when we throw the tactiles in if that's truly the case. But yeah, dude, this thing sounds great. What is that? Oh, I still got lube on here, man. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry. Let's go ahead and throw this music back on right quick. Maybe. I still need to map that to a hotkey. My fault. My fault, y'all. Why is this over here again? All right, hang on. I gotta move this back. I don't know what this thing's doing. Okay, hang on. That's supposed to be over here. There we go. I don't know how I did that. Oh, I guess I just moved it between displays. Interesting. Okay, well, we can have it on both. We can have it on both. On, off, Gucci. All right, we're good. Sounds good. Too many boards. I can't keep up. I know, man. There's just so much. The schema looks so dope. Sounds awesome. I'm still on the fence about it, which I don't know why, because I still am kicking myself, I think, a little bit for the Manta. Like, the GODSSON is shipping pretty soon. Syntesi's coming pretty soon, right? Longhi for the Korean folks. I'm gonna try my best just to get one of them. A lot of great boards coming. Okay, well, let's start here. Let's start with the announcement real quick. So for everybody that has been patiently waiting for the Lumen group buy, I've been talking to the folks in the neighborhood, and we've worked out that I was already going to proxy fulfillment for this stuff, but given how crazy interest, I mean, how much interest has grown in the US, it kind of exploded recently in the last couple of weeks. More than enough to hit MOQ. We're approaching the final MOQ cap. We're not too far off, I don't think. So I've decided to just full on vendor the board in the US. And in preparation for that, as well as the group buy for the CCRE, I've been working on a site. So that's where we're going to be hosting the group buy, right? I'll go ahead and share it, and I will make it live so you guys can take a peek for yourselves. Drop a link in here. Give me 1 sec while I do that, because clearly I did not prep. And then you guys can have fun looking around. Nothing's in stock yet. We have to decide on a day to drop it for the US, but everything should be mostly ready to go. Mostly. I've been doing a bunch to try to get this thing ready. Okay, removed. All right, y'all. So let me go back over here. We will go ahead and share our screen. Where is this at? Oh, I switched them around again. Hang on now. Hang on. That is not it. All right. I think we got it now. Bam. Bam? No bam. Bam? Bam. There we go. So the site is live. Oh, shoot. It doesn't show the banner. Why doesn't it show the banner? Is it cropping? It's probably cropping. Let me fix that. Well, we'll deal with it later. I'll drop the link for you guys in here if you guys want to peep it out yourselves. What up, Matt? it's a full-on storefront, so you know your payments will be protected. You get Shop Pay, all the other options, PayPal, all the stuff that you need. Make it a little less sketchy than just sending stuff via F&F. Shipping will be baked in and all that cool stuff, right? So I wanted to try to make it as simple as possible for all the US buyers, and then set us up for the future runs. If you guys go into the store, you guys can already see the products are listed. Whoops, wrong one. So we got the Lumen and the extras already listed, ready to go. The store actually supports multiple regions. So if anybody's interested outside of the US, you're more than happy. You can join. Pricing might be a little bit more expensive. I don't know which would be cheaper. I would compare it to what Neighborhood's shipping looks like on their Shopify site and see what works for you guys. But yeah, man, we got all the things ready to go. Just got to decide on a date to drop it. This should make it hopefully a whole lot easier for you guys to order and have everything tracked properly and make it a lot easier for me to fulfill. So it does. Yep, it'll show the price in your country if you select it up here. So it should also calculate duties. So the shipping should be DDP. I don't think there's any tariffs. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mal. I was testing this earlier for Canada. I don't think for anything that's properly coded, you shouldn't get a hit with the tariff, but you will get taxes. So I don't know exactly how it works out. I'm not, this is my first time doing this stuff, so bear with me. Dude, the anno on this thing is absolutely insane. Let's go back to that. Enough about the site. So yeah, guys, peep the site. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions, any stuff you want to see on here eventually. CCRE will be coming soon too. Okay, so please be patient. Soon. IC should end in like a week, I think. In a week. Yeah, dude, the anno on this board is phenomenal. Like this has to be the cleanest anno I've ever seen on a keyboard, which is saying a lot because I have other YC keyboards. Yiching is the manufacturer for this. This is like a notch above it. So whatever they're doing over there, they got to keep doing it. Shout out to Bill and Susan over there for the crazy good work. This is the Seaphone color. The colors do seem to be pretty damn accurate on from the pictures. I don't know, they're not white balanced, but I think you're gonna get the color you're looking for. Cool. Okay, let's get into it then. Yeah, should we get into it? Should we get into some tactiles? Let's go with hot swap first. Maybe we'll go with Dakuzo, the owner of this proto, has graciously allowed me to do a solder build with some broken in browns that we will do later. But we'll start with either some baby kangaroos or some purples. And then the plate options we have are full aluminum, full carbon fiber, and half aluminum plate. So I will put up a vote for you guys. You guys tell me what you want to start with, and we will go. Nah, man. What up, Rashad? You just missed the site. That was it. We're just getting started. Just getting started. I can pin the site too for anybody that wants to peep it out. What? Something wrong. Why can't I pin my own? All right. Mal, can you see if you can pin that? It's not letting me pin it. I don't, not yet. That's a good one here. I can drop one in here though. Command, custom commands, site. There we go. I don't have it on a timer though. Should I put it on a timer? I don't even remember how to do this. There we go. Okay. Okay, we got timers. We got things. So you should be able to do site, and that should just do the thing. There we go. We got it. All right, bet. Back to this. Okay, let me pop these caps off. Actually, let me take it apart because I don't want to scuff it. I love this board too much to scuff it, so we're gonna do this the right way. Should I show it off first for anybody that hasn't seen it yet? For anyone not in the know, this is basically a derivative clone of the the Cruel World Pixie. There's quite a few changes to it. not so much on the outside, other than the seamless top and the screws that go this way versus like the other way on the Pixie TKL, which had screws going in this way. But the internals are completely different. This features a glare TKL plate that's been modified, and it supports O-ring. But dude, I love the side profile. This kind of reverse koala deal that they got going on there. Sharp angles, massive grill style bottom, and a fat aluminum brass. I'm sorry, a fat brass weight on the inside. Okay, let's get back to it. We still got our top mount screw sitting in there. Well, actually, let me do the pull before I forget, because I will forget. All right, for the first build, we got purples on alu. We'll start here, and then we'll do a second tier if this isn't good enough for you guys. Go 2 minutes. Start the poll. Poll is up. I think it's up. Yeah, it is. All right. Let me know what you guys want to do. Use other if you guys want a half plate build, and we'll do a poll for half plate. Two votes. That's all we got. You guys gonna make me tiebreaker? GG's. We got a tie. Okay. Then we're going to go with purples on aluminum, because why not? What was your vote going to be for? We'll count it. Oops. Oh, damn it. Three-way tie. Well, we're going to do a second build, so don't worry. We're going to definitely do a kangaroo build. I just wanted to see what config to go with for the first switch. forgot to grab a switch container. All right, I'm doing this too pretty. It's gonna take forever if I do this. Anyways, as I'm doing this, how's everybody doing? What are we typing on today? And also, what are we eyeing for the next buy? Purples on CF? Okay, we can do purples on CF. Also, what up, Oily? How we doing? Finally got my plate from Tom, so using a Bunny Girl 65 that was converted to Dynacap. Yo, I need to hear a sound test for that. That sounds really interesting, actually. How does it sound? How does it feel? Let me grab this container. I really need to get some wireless headphones, man. That don't suck. I have some, but they suck. Still typing on Lily. Cora was my next buy. Nice. Cora's sick. Would love Lumen, but trying to be financially responsible for once. No, I get it. I get it. It is a difficult battle, for sure. Come out. All right. Jesus. These Gateron switches, man. Every time. I've been enjoying it. The spacebar has a bit of rattle, but too lazy to take it apart again. No, I feel it. Sometimes my boards will just sit for like a week before I go back to fixing something from a build. Get out! Oh my god. Now let's see what I can get out without struggling. Basically nothing. I got one. GG's. Are any of these top row ones going to come out easy? Maybe not. Maybe we have to pry. Bruh. Yo, Drew, what up? Currently on mana. Oh, nice. How are you liking the mana? I was just talking about it earlier. How you got it built? There's a sound test in my Discord. Bet. I will check it out after the stream. CCRE is next buy. Nice. Dude. Dude. These have to be the tightest switches ever. Oh, Jesus. All right. This is why I don't like newer switches. I'm back on the Chronos after being on the Oku for a bit. Nice. You still loving the Oku? Yo, did the Kaze XL already drop? Did I miss that group buy? Typing on the Ori. The 80? 88? When Scatteron switches go into a plate, they never come out. No, seriously, dude. They definitely fight you. It's kind of crazy. I might have to break out the pliers. God, so close. Come out. Bruh. The struggle is real right now. Oh, Christ almighty. I'm about to lube this shit. Got too tight, HMX too loose. Sherry's the way. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Sounds phenomenal. I have the Machinist SE, CF O-ring, Konsu dry. Oh my god, I can't read. Swing off to 62. GMK Sparta? That sounds fire. Is O-ring the best sounding mount to you of all of the mounts? I feel like this went smoother last time. Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna do some crazy shit right now. See if this helps. I'm gonna get my pliers out. This is the method for anybody that struggles with tight switches in a plate. Fede, what up? Porcelain next, possibly Lumen. We'll see. Is that dependent on this solder test or what? For these switches, yes. I have another setup with Camellia's Alu on Poron, which is not part of the options, but just use some I had from a Neo board. Okay. Does the Poron help? Also sounds very nice. Oh, and Poron gasket mount. I see. Does it actually support that? Is that one of the mounting options? Or is that just something people have been doing? All that copper tone is down some of the high-end sound of the water switches. Oh, I got you. Yeah, copper bottom and brass bottom can kind of deaden the sound of a board in some cases. It doesn't officially, but it was very easy to put foreign gasket. It was okay. Okay. By the way, guys, you can definitely request songs for free. There's no redeem point stuff going on. So feel free to request whatever you want to listen to. I'm out. I'll post it test in Discord. Please do. Hell yes. Thank you. Oops. Slow and steady. We're gonna get there. This is making me want to skip these baby kangaroos. No. My kids decided to steal my baby pliers, so we're stuck with these monsters. But low-key, it makes it easier, so why not? Posted in keyboard chat, thank you. I will peep it out later, along with oilies. Actually, let's see if I can get some of these out now. Don't. We're going with the plier technique, guys. Sorry. Maybe as a note, I can ask them to increase the tolerance on some of these switch holes, man. Hey, but you guys can't knock the technique. It works. Until it doesn't. Come on, grip. Jesus. All right. I wonder if we can help if I just do this. No. Dude. This is pretty scuffed, dude. I usually just pull until the switch breaks. That's usually how it goes. This one's pretty close to breaking, I think. Well, let's skip it. Fuck it. I was on Mech Market and I saw somebody say they listed a posting about a hot swap build and they were like, the switches are it's basically a solder build at this point because I can't get these switches out. So it is a struggle. Dude, maybe we just go to CF on a second PCB at this point. And we go with the alu half. Let's do that because this is gonna take fucking forever. Like, Real talk. And I'll probably get through a whole set of stabs and everything else quicker. BRB. Let me grab some extra stabs and we'll just try that. Be right back. We did it. We did it. When all else fails, a gentle pry. So I did a gentle pry as I was walking out. I was like, why don't I try this? Now I just got to force them out of here, which is going to be a bitch. If even. I don't even know if that's possible. Lord. Flyback, what up? How we been, dude? Been a minute. Hope you've been well. I don't know why, but looking at this reminds me of my dentist. Low key, bro. Low key. We got extremely tight switches, bro. These gats. Let me get my flathead. That might make this a little easier. We'll just use this. Oh gosh, maybe not. Still scuffed, bro. Still scuffed. What's tripping me out is like some are so much harder than the other ones. It's like these nab ones are ridiculously tight. I got an idea. I'll be back again. BRB. All right, y'all. We fucking did it. We fucking did it. GG's. That was insanely painful, but I wanted to spare you guys from watching me struggle through that. So when all else fails, WD-40, guys. WD-40 and some elbow grease. I just sprayed it off with some rubbing alcohol. And we should be able to skip the fuck out of these gats and go to our purple build. So we'll do purples on CF, and then we'll do a second solder build, which I will ask Paul about in the meantime. He hasn't responded yet. The issue is the plate tolerance. They're just way too tight. Way too tight for gats. So I had to struggle like hell to get that out. Oh, a reason to always stick with cherry, dude. Exactly. You guys know I'm never going to argue about that. I'm a cherry guy. But all the sound tests for this board have been with cherries. So I was trying to do something different. Yeah, it does happen. Yo, Kev, what up, dude? What up, Alex? Sorry, I kept you guys waiting. Let me just throw this in here real quick. So we got some trimmed and modded up purples that we're going to be experimenting with. Purples, for anybody that doesn't know, is just a recolored clear, which is Cherry's Heavy Tactile. One of my favorite switches. Alright, bet. Purples are fire. Yeah, man. So good. So good. What am I doing? What are your guys' favorite cherry switches? %90 of you guys are going to say blacks. Speed silvers? Dude, I haven't never tried speed silvers. How are they? What even is the difference? Is it just a black recolor? Okay. Dude. Yeah, got me. I was like, what? Copper glad blacks and purples. No Nixie lovers? Am I the only one? I feel like Nixies are pretty popular in fucking in Europe. Like all the guys in the neighborhood, all the streams I saw for the CCRX and for the Lumen were like Nixie builds. You missed just the first sound test, which is from the last stream anyway. So if you were here for that, so you didn't miss anything yet. You missed me struggling to get some GAT switches out of that plate though. So the plan is we're gonna do a hot swap build with this, and then we'll do a solder build for Paul with some browns. GAT switches for real. I like GATs. It's just fuck, man. If the plate is not ready for GAT, then it's a scuffed ass experience. So I'm gonna plug some of these in to keep the switch plate up. Got myself a 910. Which one did you get? Congrats, by the way. Like an OG? Yeah, 910's a great board. You know I like the GSKs. The most disliked one, the ME. Hey man, as long as you like it, who cares? What's wrong with the ME? Alex, what up, my guy? Did you show that play was boss, bro? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I got wounds, but you should see the other guy. I might owe Paul a plate at this point. People say it sounds flat. I was like just like the JNME, basically, same complaint. Does it not have an internal weight? But so far I'm running some HMX line Kai on it with Hot Swap PCB. Sounds pretty nice, yeah. You know, that sound profile has sort of grown on me. Like when there isn't a brass weight inside or a copper weight. It's not as deep sounding, but it's different. And I like that it's different. I think the Heartbreak TKL was the first board that made me kind of change my opinion on that. You might like the Heartbreak a lot then, dude. What up, Shark? Long time no see, dude. Hope you're doing well. How am I today? I'm doing pretty well, man. Thank you. Hope you're doing well too. Recovered from some illness from last week, so much better than that. I'm just focusing on the next right thing. Trying to do the next right thing. I'm a bit tired today, but can't complain. Rest up, man. Rest up when you can. How's the pad project coming, dude? The Bay. I saw. I was listening. You mentioned you got a new PCB maker. We had talked about that briefly too, but just wanted to see how it was all lining up. Oh, Fly, how's Zoka going, dude? You guys should be close to done, yeah? If you're still here. If I didn't bore you to death. Come along nicely. Just waiting for Dash to finalize the PCB, then I can verify sizing, maybe order prototype. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Drop a link if you have a link to it, anything, so people know what the heck we're talking about. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a pretty sweet little pad. I don't have it up anywhere, probably should, yeah. It's good finishing up programming and onto CNC soon. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to focus because that ate up a lot of time, and I'm doing a trash job of multitasking. Are there any boards you guys are looking forward to for yourselves? Personal boards? Shock, I know you're getting the schema. I need to hurry up and sell shit so I can join for that, because that thing does look sick. You're doing the programming yourself. Can you? I can't do that. That'd be crazy impressive. That shit's a lot of work. Coming up with the code, optimizing it and shit. We love to shit on these manufacturers, man, but their job ain't easy. Oh, okay, maybe not love to shit on them, but they catch a lot of flack for sure. I feel like if customers just tried it once for themselves, they'd understand how difficult that shit really is, man. Singularity. Yes, Singularity soon. Very soon. Looking forward to the Zoku from some guy named Flybeck. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. Nah. Who's that? I got the Zoku sitting right back there. I need to fucking stream it, man. I'm so backed up on streams. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, at this point. Alright. Let me just fix this real fast. There we go. All right, let's grab out the booty. GG's, what am I doing? Put this on first. We'll do a O-ring. I particularly like the sound of O-ring. Top mount sounds really good too, but I want to hear clears or purples in O-ring first. Sec. It's not seating properly. There we go. Perfect. Come out. Fly, are you going to be doing any other R2s? You considering it? Oh, bro, I got to break out my Cora. I don't know if I've done a sound test for the Cora on stream after I rebuilt it. Loki, I want you to see the proto, the state it's in now. They did a pretty good job. Yeah, Kim from New One, if you're familiar with New One. He took care of Rihanna for me. Came out pretty good. New One, they're a Korean manufacturer. They made the Odyssey, the Kraken, and a bunch of other ones. Rose 75. I forget what the other one's called. And then there's a 60 of the Odyssey. I beat you. My fault. They have a really good job. I mean, a really good anno factory that they use, I guess. Actually, really similar to YC in quality. The Odyssey is nice. The Kraken's a piece of art. Yeah, I agree, man. I actually really, really like it. I haven't built it yet. It's fucking been sitting. I sent it to Captain Sterling to check out. It's been sitting since. I think my kids just got back home from practice. All right. Just making sure I don't overcompress the O-ring. There we go. Way too many good boards right now. Plan on getting the CCRA with like the 1098 and Cora if it runs. I'm sure the Cora's going to run soon. Doesn't it, Kev? When's the Cora plan to run, dude? Sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec. My fault, guys. All right, we back. Knocked him. Oh, is that Matt? What up, dude? What up, dude? 3 stream streak. Thank you, man. I don't know how to say your handle. I'll say knocked him. My bad for blowing you up. Dude, taking these switches out cooked my wrists. Like, fuck. This shit is bad right now. Very bad. I don't know what's up with the timer. It's supposed to drop the site. It's not working. I guess now that there's more people here, I can announce it again, just so people are aware. I'm gonna drop an announcement in the server too, though. Oh, there it goes. Oh, thanks, Mal. Yeah, for anybody that didn't catch it earlier, I'm going to be vendoring the LumenTKL for the US through the site, which I just launched today. So if you guys are interested, we'll be announcing the day it drops, but you can go and check it out right now. The configurations and the extras and stuff should all be there. What am I doing? Jesus Christ. That's also we're going to be running the CCRE group by. Yeah, it is, because nothing's in stock yet. It's just there so you guys can peep it out. I need to add like a coming soon banner or something, so it makes more sense. Not yet. I need to shore up logistics real quick with the guys in the neighborhood, and then we'll drop it so you guys can buy it off of there. That way you guys can pick your shipping options. You have, you know, full protection through shop or PayPal or whoever you decide to use. I just thought it would be a better experience for everybody than you know, sending me FNF. All right. Dude, these already feel hella nice. These already feel hella nice. Let's pause that real quick. All right, we got our purples modded up. These are Unikeys purples, actually, that were trimmed by me, but their Unikeys switches are actually pretty fire. If you guys ever want to try them out, they use, I think, Kelowna Springs, and I forget what, or are they TTC Springs? It might be TTC Springs and then Kelowna Films, or the other way around, but they're really nice. Can't decide on a color, dude. Yeah, it's tough. It's actually tough. All right. God, wrists are so cooked. Purple's on CFO ring. Yeah, thank you, Ailey. Did they hit MOQ? Well, they will. If so, basically, what we did was I volunteered a proxy for U.S. buyers because of how expensive shipping was directly through neighborhood site. So we had a bunch of people enter through a proxy form, and that got us to MOQ and then some. So that's the intention behind launching the site, so we can actually take the orders now. So hopefully, if everybody that joined that form buys one. All right, that was angle one. The spacebar sends me every time. Would you say this or CCR has a more prominent spacebar? It's tough. Well, this is a purple, so this is not going to be a great comparison. I think this has a very clean one. Omaha Dad Games. Yo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the squad. Appreciate the support. This has like a more poppy spacebar, I would say. And the CCRE has a deeper spacebar. So they're both good in different ways. It just kind of depends on what you like. It sounds clean and dot. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it, man. It's just a really dialed in board, really well balanced in sound. This uses a modified glare TKL plate, which is super interesting because I hated the glare TKL sound. It wasn't for me, but this sounds really, really nice. Like easily one of my favorite TKLs, especially after having played with it for like a week. All right, we'll do angle number 3 here. Why did all the parts have to come out at the same time? Yeah, it's pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's rough for me. All right, let's see. Oop. I full screened. GG's. That F12 got, or F11 got me. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, it just sounds great. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of clear or purple space bars, but it doesn't sound terrible. Some people might like that. Let's do this. It sounds this good with the hot swap PCB, so now I'm super eager to do this solder build because I'm just curious how much more depth of sound they can get out of this thing. Like, it's kind of nuts. Put this back up.
Yeah, the tricky thing too was like I was trying to time it a little bit later, but you know, shit happens. Shit happens.
Here's the PCB from Core. The SAM 80S.
All right, we're gonna do browns on aluminum.
Oh, I need to do some stabs real quick though. Let's do stabs.
Ugh.
We're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna go with our cherry stabs with balanced wires from GODSSON. I was trying to experiment and I just wasn't loving anything I was doing. 4 amps are nice. They're different sounding, but they definitely don't do great with O-ring builds. At least that's been my experience. They're definitely like a much poppier sounding spacebar than most.
Just over here breaking shit.
It's over here. Trying to figure out where I put my loop palette. I left it over here.
Maybe? Somewhere?
Oh, it's right here. GG's, guys. GG's. There we go. My go-to stabs are always cherry. I just love cherry for O-ring builds. Out of like the, I don't know, 40 or 50 builds I've done so far, I've had like issues with 2 builds out of all of them, and they were on me. Like I should have done a better job trimming. For the most part, they're pretty reliable. It's just hard to beat from a price perspective, especially if you buy the pack from Mauser. They're just a lot cheaper than any of the competitors. How about you? But isn't it a lot more finicky because you got to balance the wires? So yeah, so that's the hack here. So you can buy balanced wires from GODSSON. Divinity and some other vendors have these stocked as sets, but the most cost-effective way to do it is you buy the cherry packs from Mauser, the 2U packs, and then you just buy sets of these wires by themselves, and that'll be a lot cheaper than buying any other off-the-shelf set of stabs. And with these GODSSON balanced wires, I've had one wire out of dozens and dozens that I've used come bent. Knights Knights are great for non-O-ring boards. Knights or Durox, those are my go-tos. I'm not a fan of TX stabs at all. At least, I mean the newer ones, the APs. I really want them to bring back the V3 Knights though. I still prefer the Knight V3s over the newer ones.
Yo, shout out to Hector, by the way. If anybody hasn't used these or heard of these, the God Hand pliers, bro, these things melt clips. Like, they are the smoothest pliers I've ever used. Or trimmers, I should say. Okay. I just use Gundam ones? What the hell is that? Like, are those legit Gundam ones? As in, like, the show? Or the anime? Or is it like an actual brand? That I don't know about. Oh, okay. Oh, Silky, you didn't get your song request. I just saw that. They're so good, designed to break off pieces of the plastic holders when building gunplay. Oh, yeah. Things are clean. Making me want to step up my whole tool game situation over here. Was watching the World Cup before the stream. US won. Oh, spoilers! Spoilers! It's all good. My wife is a huge sports fan, so we've been watching the World Cup. I'm sure she's watching it right now. The Mexico game was really good. They're looking pretty decent this year. Or this cup, I should say. All right. Wait a sec. What happened there? Oh, I skipped one. What the hell? How did I miss this one? Oh, did I forget to trim this other side? I did. I'm dumb. I only did half. That would have been awkward. All right. There we go. And of course I forgot the damn brush. All right. You have to type in the name of the song or the video on YouTube. It's using YouTube after song request. I'm gonna do BDZ like usual. Actually, this is gonna kind of suck. Let me get the bigger ones. Right over here. Maybe. Bro, where did I put them? So organized today. So organized. Did I see your Discord messages from today? I have not. Oh, okay, bet. I didn't see it. Thank you for the heads up. That's interesting. Okay, so there's different firmware for the different versions for 3.0 and 3.3. We are. We're doing a solder build now. Yeah, whichever board you're using, you need flash with that file. Okay, bet. Now to find time to build it, dude. Soon. I need to just lock in and like try to dedicate 2 to 3 days a week to streaming. It is a struggle to even do 2. I can't even do 2 a month better than me. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's a lot of work. It's fun, but it is a lot of work. When's the next Ruckus stream anyway? I think you missed the question earlier too. When is Koara running, dude? What is going on with this? Was gonna do a 500 CM build, but Wusat forgot to send me the switches. Oh shit. Well, actually, that reminds me. Sterling's going to be streaming the CCRE on Monday. Assuming the PCB and stuff get there on time. Wait, did you tell him that the top mount screws are in the She badge box? No. I forgot about that, low-key. I'm not going to lie. Wait, did you send that separately? Am I tripping? I feel like you sent that separately, right? I'll message him. All right, bet, dude. Thank you. I can follow up too. Do you still have the 930? Oh, it's with the C0. Okay, bet. Not 930s with Remy. I thought him sending back C0 direct up with the Sheena badge. Oh, for sure. It's all good. I think it's going to go to Shark next. And then to Trav. It's on a whole world tour. Oh, I totally missed your response to. Good question. I have no idea. I plan on getting quotes with the new menu soon. Oh, bet. almost there, y'all. Doesn't everybody love stabs? Doing stabs. Has anybody bought the pre-modded stabs from Divinity? I'm wondering how the quality is. Why you lolling at me? Why you lolling at me? Were they like 40 for cherry stabs? They're pretty expensive from what I remember. I think it was like 14 bucks for the stabs and then like another 10, 12 or something like that. 15? I can't remember anymore. I actually don't know what the pricing is offhand. I think the stabs were on sale though for the anniversary thing. A couple bucks off. But we are done. Assuming these actually actuate. Yep. All right, cool. Okay. Let's get ready to solder this thing. Okay. Just clean some of this up real fast. All right. OG Pillup, what up, man? What are my top 3 animes? Like current animes or like of all time? That's fucking tough. That is very tough. Oh shit, this is gonna be super loose. Currently? A lot of stuff just wrapped up. So for running shows right now, I would probably say Sentenced to Be a Hero is pretty damn good for like a newer anime. Witch Hat Atelier, or Atelier, however you say that. That's another really fire one. Dude, there's so many. I actually like Wistoria's Sword and Wand a lot. I feel like that's pretty fun. There's so many, dude. Fuck, it's tough. Jujutsu Kaisen was pretty peak this season. I haven't caught up on Chainsaw Man. Hell's Paradise was kind of good. These are gonna come out super easy. Fuck. I'm trying to think of what else. Dude, I feel like I've been binging stuff too. Slime was pretty good this season. I'm waiting for Makusha Tensei to come out. I think that's gonna be a banger. How about you? How about you guys? What else? What else? What else have I been watching recently? Dude, I can't. I'm fucking blanking. All right. Rick and Morty, fucking troll. Oh, that's hella funny. Rick and Morty is goated, though. Don't get me wrong. Chainsaw Man, if you've never seen it, yeah. I don't know about the newest season. I haven't seen it. I heard the movie was really good, but you kind of have to watch the movie before you watch the season. I would have said Demon Slayer, but man, that fucking movie pissed me off. I might be in the minority of that, but I was not fucking with that movie. And I also don't like that they keep doing that shit. Like, give me anime. I don't want to wait and go fucking pay extra money to go watch the shit in the theater. And it's just a bunch of, like, it's just really long episodes. You know what I mean? Slasher, yeah, that was Slasher for sure. Diddy Sensei? Who's bugging? Man, I don't know about Peak. Peak's a stretch, bro. The fight scenes were peak, but there was just nowhere near enough of them. What am I doing? All right, we need to play it. Yeah, I left that theater. I was pissed. I was like, man, what the fuck? We just watched like an hour of flashbacks, bro, about demons I don't give a fuck about. Who cares about these demons, bro? It's called Demon Slayer, not Demon Lover. You know what I mean? Miss me with that shit. It's fine. It's just the pacing was fucked up. That's what it was. It's like, bro, I don't want to hear this dude's whole life story right before he's about to die. I hate that trope. That shit pisses me off in anime. Doesn't matter what the anime is, but that shit bugs me. They want you to empathize in like that 1 minute, like before this dude, like while this dude's head is like lopped off and he's bleeding out, and you're like, I need his whole backstory. I need you to empathize with this guy now. It doesn't matter that he eats babies and goes around murdering everything he can see. Like, no, he was a really good guy before. I'm like, man, fuck out of here with that shit. Am I alone? Am I alone in that? Look, I get it. I mean, I've been watching anime a long fucking time, bro. A long fucking time. Way before this shit was ever considered cool. And I get the whole flashback thing. I get it. It's a time and a place, not in a movie theater, bro. I want to see shit I can't see at home. I want to see the budget maxed out on crazy shit, like the train, right? The train and the anime district movies. Those were peak. Nah, you're real with that, bro. I'm telling you. I think people just have like their expectations are too low now with anime or something. And Demon Slayer especially, I guess why I was disappointed is, bro, they have the best fight scenes. Like, the animation style is so clean. But I'm like, bro, like, just do all your backstory before the movie. Give us like a mini series, like, or a mini season of just your backstories, and then let us see these dudes duke it out so there's actual stakes. And then the homie, spoilers, the homie, I forget his name now. He killed himself, bro. Like, all that struggle, and he killed himself. They couldn't even kill him. He was like, you know what? I'm done. Fuck this. Yeah, to me, it was disappointing compared to the other two, and compared to the seasons. But yeah, I'm juiced for Makusha Tensei. I think that's going to be totally a banger season. That show's pretty damn good in my opinion. That and Slime turned around because that last season was not it. This season's like a lot more interesting, and there's actually good scenes, fight scenes and shit. Oh yeah, my fault. I forgot ReZero. ReZero's this season is really really good. I think it's a lot more horror. I feel like they lost a lot of that last season. What else? What is some shit I missed, guys? What are some other bangers this season, or this that you would consider current anime? You know what's a good like easy watch? Like you just want to chill and watch something kind of dumb but fun. Ascension of a Bookworm. It's a isekai, but it's like super chill. It's kind of corny, but it's I don't know. There's like zero real stakes to it. And the character's not OP. At least not yet. I don't know if she gets OP. But it's interesting. Dude, I feel like I'm forgetting so many. I watched so much anime this year. I can't think of shit right now. Oh, Bleach! 1,000-Year War, bro. How did I forget about fucking Bleach? Bleach is definitely one of my favorite current anime. I need to watch the movie though. I have not watched the movie yet. When do I watch anime? At like 2 o'clock in the morning. The only time I can. Low key sometimes during meetings. I hate meetings with a passion. So yeah, usually super late. I don't know if that's nice. I should definitely be sleeping. It's like the only time I have to like decompress. Oh, during meetings? Yeah, bet. It's either that or like trying to loop switches. I'm terrible at that. I can't do that with the meeting. I need to like have something on to like keep my brain distracted so I can lock in. Do I work from home? I do. You should definitely be sleeping at 2 a.m. Yeah, it's rough. It's a little rough sometimes. ADHD's a bitch, dude. It is indeed. All right, we almost there, man. There we go. You make your own hours? I mean, kind of. We have business hours, but for the most part, I just work too much. That's the honest answer. So not really, but I can. Like I have flexibility. If I have to do shit, I can slot work around things. It's really nice. It's just the one downside of when you are a remote employee and you've been doing it for a while is it just becomes really hard to turn off. Like there's no separation. When you're in the office, you get to go like hang out with your friends, go out to lunch, your coworkers, whatever, take your breaks. You commute there, you commute back. You have like these shut off switches in your brain. You know, when you're working from home, that's all gone. Like it's you get lost in the sauce real easy. I had to get away from anime until I was done with school, so I hadn't watched for like 10 years, but now catching up on all the shows. Low-key glad I waited because now I can watch all of them nonstop. Yeah, that's so dope to think about. Like, there's times where I'll just go back and rewatch a season. Like I rewatched Makoshi Tensei or like Konosuba a few times, but I'm always like, man, I would love to watch the show again the first time. You know, so I'm low-key jealous. You have to deal with the same thing. I end up going way longer than I should. Yeah, dude, it's tough, man. It's a hard trade-off that people don't get. You do get work-life balance, like the fact that you can roll out of bed or whatever and do stuff. That's there for sure. But I feel like, especially in the lines of work you and I are in, it's really difficult to do that. You get so locked in. You're so in the zone with what you're doing that goes away without those breaks. You know, those forced breaks you run into when you're working at an office. Like I would always get interrupted. Hey, let's go grab coffee. Let's go grab this, grab that. I have none of that at home. You know what I mean? I have to like remember or set alarms to stop. Worked from home for about 3 months during COVID, and it was cool at first, but the distractions became overwhelming. Yeah, that's like that. That's how it is for sure. In the beginning, it's very hard not to like want to do other things other than work. But once you've gotten used to it, like it's the complete opposite effect. I even feel guilty now about taking breaks since I started working from home full time. Don't feel guilty, dude. Take breaks. You got to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you just burn out faster. Especially when you're working on something and you're so close to the end, but down 3 hours or something you thought was small. Oh, dude. Yeah, you already know how it goes. I just gotta knock this one thing out trap is real. That one thing ends up being a fucking day. Where all the fly-ins, hey, can you take a look at this thing? And that thing becomes a 2-day long fucking project of unplanned work. You already know how it goes. Interesting. I've never seen that. Fede, try the title of the video and the artist. I wonder if that's a setting I can change though. Well, low key, I have to desolder this anyway, so we're just gonna fucking. No, I'll do it right. I'll do it right. We'll do it right. We'll single pin it. Just because these are like the Alp style switches, like the wider switch holes. So the switches are definitely not seating fully. Some of these. I thought it was it's a video thing with views. You guys building anything fun recently? I know Alex just built his Matrix 3.3 with a 1.6 miller PCB. Yo, where's the sound test at, bro? Did you post it already? This is such a good idea for viewers to add songs to playlists. Yo, thanks. Yeah. It's built into Moobot, by the way. It wasn't really my idea, but it is a great idea by them. I think it's peak. My music preferences are for sure not for everybody, so I'm like, let's let people rock what they want to rock, you know? I think some channels use redeems for this kind of stuff. But we do that shit for free over here. Dude, I need you guys to help me figure out what some good redeems are. Oops. Not yet. Need to find some time. Maybe tomorrow for sure. I rebuilt the Manta. What'd you rebuild it with? I've been struggling to make the J sound the way I like it to. What's going on? How'd you build it? And what configuration? I gotta say, this is a really nice PCB. The way the solder is flowing is super impressive. Shout out to Core. Pick an artist. Not that. Please, not that. I don't have any sponsors, dude. No one sends me free shit to give away.
Nixie's on PC plate with Ruckus spacebar and solder PCB instead of hot swap that came with. Ooh, you got a custom plate for it? How's that sounding? Oh, I got you. That's a good idea. Pick an artisan for me to put on. Oops. What am I doing? Swap a red board for another red board. Yo, pick a board is a pretty good idea. Request a sound test. I still need to do the collection stream soon. That was supposed to be the next one, but then Lumen came into my life. Make sure I didn't scuff myself. Okay, yeah, thank you. Tried the mainstream browns on OG carbon fiber, then did Brixies with Ruckus, Lu, PP, PC. All the config struggle with full alphas or having a good bar. I was running 58 grave shift though. Yeah, I would say try swapping out to an MX black bar if you haven't already. I just don't think browns do great in spacebar. In most O-ring boards, we'll see how it sounds in this one. But alphas, and that's interesting because Brixies usually slap pretty hard. How did you mod the Brixies? First VIP rebuild, sound test, choose keycaps, choose switches, swap board on desk. I like it. I like where your head's at now. DM me that, please. Shootout stream? That would be, yeah, basically. Yeah, I guess the quintessential Jace build is blacks on aluminum. That's like what everybody loves that board for. Browns on CF is a good build too, though. But if you're not liking it, I mean, sound is subjective, right? What is it you want more of? You want brighter alphas? Brighter alphas and a better spacebar, then I think, yeah, blacks on aluminum is pretty tough to beat for the J specifically. Mine was bone dry desky. So my issue, I like the way they feel, but I feel like when you run Brixies dry, it kind of mutes them for some reason. I don't know why that's the case, but a little bit of 205 and some break-in can actually kind of wake them up quite a bit. Break-in seems to do a lot of work for Brixies. It helps it produce like a sharper, almost clackier sound. I mean, if it's not your thing, then it's not your thing, though. You know what I mean? But dry, it definitely feels the best. It's hard to compete with that, like that scratch. But you could try just lubing them up a little bit more, maybe over lubing them even, because I feel like they can take a beating. If you want to try Brixies again, anyway. Brixies on CF
is usually my combo when I am rocking Brixies. Or on a half plate. Also, I've heard mixed things about the Graveshift O-ring. I don't think I ever used the Graveshift. I used the OG one when I built it. I don't know if it's too thick, and that maybe messes with the intended compression of the board. So maybe try like it's been a minute since it's been a while since I've used the J's, but maybe try one of the JGW ones, the thinner O-rings. They're like 0.5 millimeter thinner, if I remember right. It's nothing crazy, but it makes a difference. I'll just try that. I was trying to move away from traditional builds. Yeah, I would say try to make it work the way you want it to work first before you like go back to something you know you're not gonna like love, you know? Yeah, the Graveshift's O-rings are quite a bit thicker than most O-rings I've seen. I mean, it sounds like, or I say quite a bit, 0.5 millimeter doesn't sound like a lot, but when it comes to case compression, it is definitely a lot. Like, it can completely throw off how the board sounds and feels. That was a really hard lesson learned with the CCRE, actually. Just the slightest variance makes a huge difference. Honestly, same thing with screws, too. Like, one thing to double check is, are you over compressing the O-ring screws? Maybe try backing off on them a little bit to see if that helps. Those are like some of the hacks I've had to try when experimenting with boards. What I find super interesting about all of that stuff, dude, is it's such a pseudoscience. Like, you would think overcompression is bad, but there's times where it's really good. Like when you swap in Kohaku gaskets on the Forever, they're way thicker than the Poron gaskets it comes with, and it's way harder to close the case, but it sounds so much better with them. Like it's not even close how much better it is. Tolerances would be very important then. How do you control this? Yeah, exactly. You do. That's exactly right. You specify in your technical documentation the tolerances that you want. I mean, most places that do this, they know like what tolerances most keyboard manufacturers or designers are looking for, but it's always good practice for sure to indicate what your tolerances are and to add them in yourself in your drawings where you need to, or in your drawings, but also in your CAD designs. Generally, it's better not to leave things in their control. Like, not because they're not good at it, but because there's so much room for error or margin for error if you do that. Doesn't it complicate design cases, which will then benchmark? Which will then benchmark when designing for O-ring. Oh, dude, it absolutely does. Absolutely. Designing, you might have heard this already if you haven't. Designing a keyboard is easy. Designing a good keyboard is really hard. It is definitely a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of factors that go into keyboard sound and feel that aren't obvious. I mean, even the aluminum you use can have a pretty great impact on the sound, right? Like, you'll see aluminum spec 6063, for example, right? But not all 6063 is created equal. Like, if you go to a manufacturer that uses really cheap aluminum, it can have a pretty profound effect on your board. So it's definitely something I've learned, is that designing is hard. It's difficult for a lot of reasons. There's just a lot of unknown factors that go into making a board, and you're kind of rolling the dice, you know. And right now, because of how expensive it is to design or just even prototype, right, to prototype specifically, it's becoming more and more prohibitive, I think. That's why you see people going with like tried and true things, like Jane plate. Like they know Jane plate's going to work, so they're going to put Jane plate in everything. Right. Not knocking them, because Jane plate is great, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, make a good board. You don't have to make something unique and brand new. But it's why I feel like you see less experimentation on that front. And when you do see experimentation, then you see people complaining that the board doesn't sound as good as whatever other board. Like when I was working on the CCRE, the first prototype, how much I screwed a certain screw could completely throw off the sound. You know what I mean? Because of the screw placement. It was just like, what? Why is this happening right now? I don't get it. Having drawings helps after, if there are any issues with work, you can call out the spec and tell them that. Yo, 100%. And for QC. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, we single pinned everything. We're going to go up and finish this up. And it's not like the manufacturers are doing it out of spite, you know? If you're not being specific, they have to make decisions for you. And these manufacturers aren't just sitting around waiting for somebody to give them projects, right? Like a lot of them are extremely busy. So it's really on the designer to take that responsibility on themselves. And the good ones or the ones that I should say are experienced with people in this hobby, like they will be proactive and they'll reach out and ask for clarity and make suggestions and stuff. But there's some that don't give a shit, bro. They're gonna be like, hey, you sent this to me, I made it, you paid me, that's it. Ultimately, you can't really be mad at anybody but yourself in those scenarios. There have been quite a few boards that I've owned that have had a major difference in sound based on how tight the screws are. Dude, 100%. Case compression is like key. It's like the foundation of how your board is going to sound. And if your case compression is off, it doesn't matter what plate you use, what O-ring you have, it's going to sound like shit. There's a lot of factors. Too much metal on metal contact, too many flat surfaces, too many holes, it's super interesting. I feel like we need like Theremin or somebody that's highly analytical to go in and study all the reasons why boards sound good or bad, and give us designers a framework to work off of versus just fucking YOLO. I think it's going to work, I think it was maybe fine in the past when things weren't as crazy as expensive as it is right now. Because you could always do multiple iterations, right? But like 2 versions of the CCRE was like almost $2,000 from a super cheap manufacturer, because of tariffs and everything. Like at this point, the run is, if the margin's pretty low, it's basically just pay back the prototype. You know what I mean? Get everybody aboard I hope they like and pay off the investment. That's the thing about the Lumen too, guys. Like these guys, this is very much a passion project. You know what I mean? They are not getting rich running this board. There's probably just enough of a margin to cover risk, and that's it. Oops, I skipped the whole row. Yo, Plastic, what up? Why did I choose the milled internal weight for the CCRA, isn't it going to absorb more sound and mute the alphas? You would think, but no, it doesn't. It helps break up resonance, right? So in the Jane, that was like the point of it, I guess. But I also have grooves in the bottom case around, God damn it, around the brass weight. And I think the result is the alphas are pretty bright, but they're also very deep. And I think if you have, it has a pretty large brass through weight, and whenever you have too much brass in a board, it can deaden the sound. And I think that helps break up some of that captured vibration in an interesting way. But like I said, it is very much a pseudoscience. All I know is when I tested it, it sounded great. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of it was, I mean, when I got into the hobby, I was speed running because I wanted to get into designing. I knew that's what I wanted to do ultimately, and I was trying to figure out why certain boards were grails, why people gravitated to certain boards, and then the boards I design, I try to expand on the ideas and the framework left behind those boards. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Yo, what up? Did a 9-hour shift. Oh my god, man. GG's. Get some rest. Plastic, I got some good news for you. My wife is hooking us up with redeems, dude. Mal sent me some suggestions. We should have redeems soon. Soon.tm. And if anybody missed it, the LumenTKL group buy is going to be done on my site. I gotta fix that damn thing. Let's do that again. Let's drop it in here. That didn't work at all because it's not plugged in. Mel, thank you. Appreciate you, Mel. I wasn't sure if you were here. Thank you. It's not available yet. Soon, most likely next week. I'm gonna do an announcement in the server once I'm done streaming. All right. We made it. So the build right now, we did a couple builds. Well, this is the second build, so this will be the couple. We're doing browns on aluminum full. These are broken in, 1 million actuations. That took forever to do. And then 205 for the loop. I went 205 instead of Travis's or whatever, 3203. I wasn't loving that. Or 3203 or 4? I can't remember which one I used. The thinner one. Alrighty. Let me set this down real quick so I can unbuild the other one, and then we'll swap them out. Music you get for free. Water redeem. What is a water redeem? Current keycap redeem was I think suggested. That's a good one. Is water like I get to drink water? A game redeem, like play a game? That'd be fun. Yeah. I follow. Like you suggest the game or I have to stop and play that game right in the middle of the stream? They are pretty peak. What's funny is I got all the stuff to stream games. that went nowhere. I couldn't find enough time to stream. But somehow partnering it with keyboard builds worked out. HMX redeem, yo, that's actually goated. I should do that. Someone hit up Dewey or whatever. Someone get me a plug at Unikeys or one of these vendors so I can get HMX switches to be forced to throw into a build. 100G springs, yo. My poor wrists. I like all these ideas. Redeem a Frankenswish. Get to choose top, bottom, stem, and spring. That's dope. But how, man, you guys are gonna be giving me homework. I was just thinking about the spring thing. I'm like, I gotta go mod springs now. I mean, more switches for this shit. I can barely get the switches I need for my streams. What the fuck? Just making sure there's no scalpsters on. Okay, good. Roided pandas. You can apply for a affiliate on Uniki's site. Oh shit, I didn't know that. I think I DM'd them like when I first started, and they just straight up ignored me, and I was like, okay, maybe I got to be bigger. But that's on me. You can apply for. Oh, sorry, I already read that. I don't know if they would sponsor when you act like HMH is a punishment. I don't think it's a punishment. Honestly, I just haven't tried any of the new ones. I've heard they've gotten a ton of variety now. Like the whole "it sounds like HMX" thing is kind of a meme now. What am I doing? Where am I going with this? Goddamn, I literally can't multitask. All right, swapping these, and then we're gonna switch our keycaps out. How do you even see screws on that mat? Dude, I don't know. Trained eye. I mean, they're pretty bright in person. You can see the reflection off the light. We are still going, bro. Still going. Jeez. Better would do that. Hang on. Novel keys and blueberries, is that a thing? I still have a bunch of novel key switches I haven't used. Or the did anybody do the blind bag thing? The random switch bag? It's a good way to get rid of dead inventory, I guess. I have some very harsh tactile. Oh, damn, really? From a streamer giveaway? No way that blind bag is such a waste. Was it bad? I felt like the pricing was decent, right? It was like $10 for 100 switches. Or was that bad? I can't math right now. I guess it depends on the switches you get. 95% switches go straight to the trash. That's rough. That is rough, bro. Not bad, but their inventory sucks. Also, they can't guarantee that you would get different ones if you were multiple packs. Yeah, I saw that. There's a chance you would get the same one. I read it as it increases your chances of getting the same one. I mean, but the Switches they are selling are all just leftovers that no one wanted. Yeah, that's usually what these like sales are, man. It's just a chance for them to get rid of sitting inventory that they end up paying taxes on and shit. Plus, no one wants sitting inventory. If you're a business, you don't want your inventory sitting around. You want it selling. The longer it sets, the less new shit you can stock. You know, that's money just parked. Bet. I missed a comment about which color everyone's gonna get. So for everyone that is interested for the Lumen, what are you guys leaning towards? Because I still am undecided. I really love the Seafoam, but fuck, they all look good. Minikeys had the random switches, but they have decent switches. Oh shit. How were the purples on CF? They were really, really nice, dude. Really, really nice. I think they sounded great. I just feel like you can't miss with this board. It's kind of crazy. I think it would be amazing if we could hit a 50 MLQ on this. Just because of how much cheaper it's going to get. It's already, I feel like, a really well-priced board. Seafoam, I've grown up and it looks so good. Dude, yeah, it's literally perfect. Like that's what's making me lean towards it, just because I literally have it in front of my face and I'm like, this is perfection. This is such a pretty board. I hope Niku does a CF plate after group buy. I can hit him up and talk to him. Because I too love CF plates. But if you guys didn't know, the kit, if you look at it on the site, there's some extras in there that they didn't list initially. Basically, it's going to come with 3 O-rings, or 2 O-rings, a 70A, a 50A, and an X-ring, a 70A X-ring, which I thought is really sick. And all that's included in that kit pricing that they already gave out, along with the PCB and a daughter board. And if you go with the true HHKB top, there's a separate custom core PCB for it that you're going to be getting. So just a really well thought out project, I think. Those guys know how to do it. Or a Tom order, yeah, that's always an option. Guys, I'm fading. I need to redeem, like I fucking do jumping jacks redeem or some shit. GODSSON, you're fading. I also forgot to eat dinner, so there's that. GG's. Redeemed your Coke. Yo. How about I drink Coke, bro? Trying to get me banned off Twitch. Drink Coke. That's what I meant. Sure, Alex, sure. I need to get the IC for NOTD going like ASAP too, by the way. I'm most likely going to run that on the site as well. But need to see like how interest looks for other regions. There's a couple vendors that are actually already interested in it. Ugh. Goran used to have push-ups redeemed. Yo. I don't think anyone wants to see that right now. My old ass doing push-ups. I need to do some fucking push-ups. Kind of thinking Raw might be the move. Honestly, I feel like Raw is going to look crazy because of the polished weight. And then, yeah, I just think it's going to look sick. Alex, are you going to join? Did you say what color you like? Or are you still on the fence? Lumen. Oh, I got a question for you because I'm not tapped in, by the way. Do we know what's going on with the Kaze minis? Have they shipped? Are they shipping soon? Think about it. If you were to join, which color would you get? Shipping soon. Ryan's just waiting on the last shipment to arrive, which is coming today, tomorrow. Oh, bet. Nice. Another build to look forward to. Definitely Seafoam. Yeah, the Seafoam. That's fucking crazy, guys. This thing goes crazy. Just look at that anode, dude. Where are the grains? Where are they? How'd they do that? I don't get it. Fucking stunning. All right. Let's make sure these are all on. Are we good? I think so. Okay. Let's hear this out. It is not a DDS board. This is a Yeching board. And they have better finish quality than DDS, which is crazy because DDS is really good. Should ship faster then. I think the buffer that they're saying is about 5 months just to be safe. Realistically, probably 3 to 4, but you never know with manufacturing delays, and I think it's getting closer to not being as busy in the season, so hopefully. But yeah, not like an extended timeline. I think Niku said if we want to be safe, say 5 months on the last stream. Okay. Browns, 1 million actuations, 205 the hell up on aluminum full plate. Solder in O-ring. God. All right, angle one. Sorry, camera's gonna kind of tweak out. That's fine. My bad. I said 205. These are GHV4. These are not 205. These are like heavily lubed. Not heavily. I won't say okay. They're not heavily lubed. They're not over lubed, but I lubed like everything. They're lightly lubed, but everything is lubed. Is red no longer an option for the CCRA? I see black and blue listed on the site. So red is only available if we hit 50 units or more, because that's just how the manufacturer has it. So basically, MOQ, I went with the two most popular colors plus raw. So those are going to be the three options. If we get to 50, then anybody that got something that they didn't want but wants red can switch to red. It was just the least popular in the IC. Okay, angle 3. Main. Oh man, this is so satisfying. Let me try one thing though. going to try to loosen the screws a little bit. I think I'm pinching the O-ring a little bit. I'm just ever so slightly loosening to see how that affects it. Oh yeah, this thing sounds awesome, dude. Absolutely peak, guys. Absolutely peak. Have you taken off the tobe yet? No, I have not. I have not. What do you guys think? How's it sounding on your end? What's wild to me is like, dude, I feel like Hot Swap sounds almost as good as this. Like, it's so close. It's kind of crazy. This is definitely a little bit fuller. Super balanced. I would like a black space bar in here, I think. I just don't love brown space bars. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite. I like that deeper sound. But yeah, everything is perfectly balanced. Alphas are nice and crispy. Mods sound great. Like there's no muted sound with even with this huge brass weight inside. Yeah, it just sounds great, dude. All in all. Sounds awesome. They really killed it. Really, truly killed it. Will there be a hot swap extra for US? I don't think so. I can ask. Let me see. I think the only extras they had listed on the neighborhood Shopify site was the solder PCB. So I can ask. I'll find it all out. This is all stuff I wanted to shore up before we actually launched. So stay tuned for announcements. I will answer those questions soon, hopefully. But yeah, man, that just made me even more juice for it. Is this compatible with ML? What's ML? Top mount sounds better now? No, I think they both sound great. I think top mount, maybe the alphas are a little bit brighter. Oh, McLovin, yes. Yeah. Any universal H87 using the H87 footprint JST should work. As long as it's not onboard USB. You need to crack that off because it does use a daughter board. Yeah, I think it sounds great. No ring. Hang on. I do need to try a DCS build, so I'll do some sound tests and publish those. But yeah, I think it sounds great. Like the alphas are popping. Bet. All right, guys. That was a long ass stream. I'm fucking exhausted. And I'm fading. Oh, RedTube, you missed it, man. You missed it. We're right at the end. Hopefully you can catch the VOD. The board sounds amazing. If anybody's interested, tap into the server because we're going to be doing the group buy for the US very soon. Very, 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 very soon. I'll drop the site link one more time. The Discord is somewhere here. I'll do that too. There. Bam, bam. There we go. Okay. And yeah, GG's. We did it. We got through a very scuffed build experience with those GAT switches being hella tight. So I'll give that feedback back to see if the plate tolerances can be improved a little bit. But yeah, let's see. Is anybody else streaming right now that we can pass it on to? What was the Dash Duck thing? Dash Duck? Dash Ducks. We'll go to Dash Ducks. All right, let's go ahead and raid Dash Ducks. You guys have a great rest of your week. I'm going to try to get another stream in very soon this week because I'm super backed up. So hopefully I catch you guys online Friday. If not Friday, then Saturday. If not Saturday, then Sunday. GG's, y'all. Appreciate you being here. Till next time, we out.